Making headlines, President launches a book chronicling the highlights of national developmental projects conducted in the past 4 years. President appoints Mohammad Nasheed as ambassador of the Maldives to Thailand. Maldives asks the United Nations to take into account the consequences of climate change and other non-traditional threats in peace building and sustaining peace. And Foreign Minister meets with the permanent representatives of PSIDS with a view to facilitate a greater dialogue.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nasma Abdul Muhsin and this is PSM News. President Abdullah Yameen Abdul Qayyum launches the book chronicling the highlights of national developmental projects, especially the major projects conducted in the past 4 years. The book, compiled by the President's Office, was launched at a ceremony held at the President's Office.
The book is aimed at providing information on groundbreaking mega projects carried out during the current administration as part of President Yameen's development agenda. The book includes information on the completed projects and those currently underway across the country. The book is primarily targeted for researchers and university students, facilitating them to get in-depth information on the advancement during the past 4 years. Speaking at the function, President Abdullah Yameen assured development projects will solve several issues in the country. In his speech, the President highlighted the issues faced by citizens of Mali and noted the solutions initiated by the government. Apart from the information on developmental projects, the book also encompasses information on projects conducted from 2009 to 2013. The book was compiled with data based on information provided by the respective ministries, state companies, city councils, atoll councils and island councils. At the ceremony, the President was accompanied by cabinet ministers, members of the parliament, senior officials of the government and senior student representatives from schools. According to President's Office, an online version of the book will be available at the official website of President's Office.
President Abdullah Yameen Abdul Qayyum appoints Mohammad Nasheed as ambassador of the Maldives to Thailand. President Yameen presented the letter of appointment to the new ambassador at a ceremony held at the President's Office. The Parliament approved Mohammad Nasheed as the ambassador of Maldives to Thailand on the 13th of June 2017 with a majority of 70 votes. The former parliamentarian had previously served as the chairman of Parliamentary Friendship Group formed by Maldives and Indonesia. The newly appointed ambassador is the leader of Divihirayitunga Party, DRP. Maldives asks the United Nations to take into account the consequences of climate change and other non-traditional threats in peace building and sustaining peace. Speaking at the high-level meeting on peace building and sustaining peace, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Maldives, Dr. Muhammad Asim, highlighted the changing nature of threats that are leading to instability, impacting the peace and endangering security. In particular, Minister Asim highlighted the impacts of climate change, which are already impacting peace and security in some parts of the world. The Maldivian Foreign Minister also noted the importance of adopting holistic approaches to preventing conflict and sustaining peace, and said the link between development and peace is important. Minister Asim said the Maldives believes peace and security and development arms of the United Nations should work together in building capacities of the state to enable countries to maintain order, to strengthen institutions and to promote democratic norms. The high-level meeting on peace building and sustaining peace hosted by the President of the General Assembly is being held in New York from the 24th to the 25th of April. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Maldives, Dr. Muhammad Asim, meets with the permanent representatives of the Pacific Small Island Developing States, PSIDS, with a view to facilitate greater dialogue. In this regard, Foreign Minister Muhammad Asim highlighted the close links between the Maldives and the PSIDS in the international arena, especially on climate change, oceans and sustainable development, including through the Alliance of Small Island States AOSIS. Minister Asim also highlighted the importance of the representation of Small Island Developing States SIDS and its interests at the key decision-making bodies of the United Nations, including the Security Council, and the need for the Council to consider emerging issues of significance to global peace and security, such as climate change and other non-traditional security threats. The permanent representatives thanked the Minister for the leadership of Maldives as chair of AOSIS and for participating in the discussion and sharing the Maldives' priorities and ideas moving forward. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Maldives, Dr. Muhammad Asim, meets with the Foreign Minister of Turkey, Mevlut Çavuşoğlu, on the sidelines of the high-level meeting on peace building and sustaining peace. During the meeting, both ministers discussed issues of mutual interest to both countries and the Islamic world. Minister Muhammad Asim also met with several permanent representatives to discuss issues of mutual interest, especially with regard to the United Nations Security Council. The Maldives is campaigning for support in its bid to become a member of the Council for the term 2019 to 2020. Minister Asim is visiting New York to participate in the high-level meeting on peace building and sustaining peace, hosted by the President of the General Assembly, as well as the ministerial segment of the Economic and Social Commission's Forum on Financing for Development. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Maldives, Dr. Muhammad Asim, calls on the President of the Central African Republic, Faustin Archange Touadéra, on the sidelines of the high-level meeting on peace building and sustaining peace. The President and the Minister discussed issues of mutual interest in the international discourse and challenges facing both countries. The Maldivian Foreign Minister is visiting New York to participate in the high-level meeting on peace building and sustaining peace, hosted by the President of the General Assembly, as well as the ministerial segment of the Economic and Social Commission's Forum on Financing for Development. Supreme Court of Maldives decides the anti-defection law does not need to be abolished. Supreme Court of Maldives decides the anti-defection law does not need to be abolished. We would look into details of the news in some other bulletin. Parliament Secretariat decides to hold a Parliament sitting next week. Parliament Majority Leader Ahmad Nihan revealed the Parliament Secretariat has decided to hold a sitting on the 29th of April. Nihan noted important recommendations will be put on agenda during the meeting. The last sitting of the Parliament was held on the 14th of March, with no sittings scheduled thereafter. 2 sittings were held prior to the official commencement of the term. According to the Parliament Secretariat, 10 meetings were held since the commencing of Parliament sittings this year. Minister of Environment and Energy Tariq Ibrahim highlights the importance attached by the government to provide safe water and sanitation to all Maldivian citizens.
Speaking at the official ceremony held to mark the 23rd anniversary of Malé Water and Sewerage Company MWSC, Minister of Environment and Energy Tariq Ibrahim said the priority given to providing safe water and establishment of sewerage systems in islands are proven by the plans initiated by MWSC. Environment Minister noted government contracted MWSC with the water and sewerage system of 54 islands, adding that these projects amount to $97 million. Speaking at the function, Managing Director of MWSC, Ibrahim Fazul Rashid, spoke on the achievements of the company during the past 4 years. The managing director said the master plan initiated by President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Qayyum following the tragic water crisis of 2014 serves to provide water to all citizens without any interruptions. Moreover, Fazul Rashid revealed the plans of the company to produce a premium quality water and the $3 million project to establish a pipe network connecting the water system of Male and Hurmale. During the ceremony, special recognition awards were conferred by MWSC. The official ceremony held to mark the 23rd anniversary of MWSC was attended by senior government officials, board members of MWSC and staff.
Civil societies of Maldives kickstart the Human Rights NGO Forum with the participation of 32 non-governmental organizations.
The Human Rights NGO Forum is aimed at disseminating information about the work carried out by the Human Rights Commission of Maldives HRCM and create a network between the non-governmental organizations in the country. The two-day forum would see international consultants take in special sessions for the participants. In an exclusive interview with PSM News, Director Advocacy of HRCM, Aishat Shifana, said intensive discussions would be held in the forum with non-governmental organizations. She expressed hope the forum would have positive effects on the efforts of HRCM in seeking human rights in the community. In 2009, HRCM established a NGO network to support and assist human rights organizations and to secure the cooperation between these organizations. The network aims to collaborate with non-governmental organizations in protecting and promoting human rights.
High Rise Private Limited signs agreements with sponsors of the third Food and Beverage Show. High Rise signed agreements with Sunny Enterprises Private Limited as the main sponsor, Astroban and Maldives Gas Private Limited as co-sponsors of the show. In addition, Absolute Security and Advanced Protection Private Limited was signed as the security partner, Asari Services Private Limited and Monarch were signed as the official printing partner. The Food and Beverage Show will be held on from the 1st to the 3rd of May at the National Art Gallery and would see the participation from 14 companies. Launched in 2016, Maldives Food and Beverage Show brings together industry professionals, suppliers and buyers in an exclusive setting that aims to create more opportunities for business expansion. The show attracts domestic and international attendees from hotels, guest houses, yachts, restaurants, food service consultants, manufacturing agents, brokers, distributors, equipment manufacturers and culinary experts. Maldives Association of Construction Industry unveils its annual report for the 16th annual gathering held at Champa Central Hotel.
At the annual gathering of Maldives Association of Construction Industry MASI, the budget and work strategies were finalized. MASI submitted a budget of over $83,500 for 2018. Votes were also taken to amend the governing rules of the association. Numerous amendments were asked for vote at the meeting, which includes the changing of the title of the association to Maldives National Association of Construction Industry, which was passed by the majority of voters. In addition, board members of MASI were also elected during the meeting, while current President Abdullah Mohammed was re-elected as the president for another term. Furthermore, 8 members for the Executive Council were also elected in the meeting. Founded in 2001, MASI is the standard bearer of the third largest industry in the Maldives. MASI aims to secure and sustain interests of all stakeholders of the Maldivian construction industry by organizing as a national association which creates a platform for securing the well-being of this industry.
Ministry of Tourism endorses International Maldives Travel Market IMTM 2018. The letter of endorsement was presented to IMTM by the Minister of Tourism, Musa Zamir.
Speaking at the ceremony after presenting the letter of endorsement, Minister of Tourism Musa Zamir noted the government directly supports tourism-related activities and exhibitions. Minister Musa Zamir stated the ministry supports the growth of private institutions working in the industry and accepts the hard work of private companies. Moreover, the tourism minister said tourist arrivals increased significantly at the end of last year with the collective effort of government authorities and private companies. CEO of IMTM Rafiu Mohammed revealed the exhibition will be attended by travel agents from 14 countries. IMTM is the first international travel and trade fair to be held at a resort in Maldives. It is designed to accommodate close to 50 representatives from 20 countries spread across 5 continents. Furthermore, it is also set to accommodate 200 participants from the local tourism industry. The event is set to be held at Adaran Select Huduramfushi Resort from June 23rd to 24th. According to the organizers of the event, one of the key aspects of IMTM 2018 is the provision of a semi-formal setting by hosting the exhibition in a pristine tropical resort in the Maldives, allowing exhibitors and delegates to indulge in a true Maldivian holiday experience during and after the official exhibition dates.
Syria government airstrikes and artillery fire pound areas held by the IS militant group and al-Nusra Front in the south of the country's capital, Damascus.
According to the state news agency, IS militant group has lost most of the territory they once controlled in Syria, but still retains a presence in the country, including in the capital's southern districts. Syrian government warplanes destroyed a number of positions and ammunition depots of IS militants and al-Nusra Front in Al-Aswad, which is a southern district of Damascus. They have also cut off a major supply route of IS militants. The government has turned its attention to the south of the capital and launched a multi-front operation against the terrorist groups after it regained full control of the eastern Ghouta in the northeast of Damascus. The state news agency said the operation started after the failure of negotiations to evacuate the terrorists from the area. According to a Syrian military officer, the government is determined to eradicate terrorists from the southern part of the capital. Meanwhile, a Syrian government minister said that reconciliation deals are not offered to rebels in southern Damascus. The Syrian minister responsible for national reconciliation, Ali Haider, told Reuters in an interview that insurgents controlling the Hajar al-Aswad area and Yarmouk were mostly from the IS militants and the Syrian government could not reach a final deal with them. He said Syria's military operation would now determine the fate of insurgents in southern Damascus. On Friday, Syrian state media said insurgents had surrendered in the South Damascus enclave, which includes the Yarmouk Palestinian refugee camp, Hajar al-Aswad district and neighboring areas. But pro-Syrian government forces were still bombarding the area by Tuesday. Haider said the army bombardment was targeting militant positions as part of a precise operation.
Liverpool, inspired by two-goal Egyptian Mohamed Salah, takes a big step towards the Champions League final with a 5-2 win over AS Roma in their semi-final first leg at Anfield. But after the thrilling victory, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp was downbeat, citing the serious injury to Alex Chamberlain.
The England's midfielder's hopes of heading to the World Cup are in doubt after he suffered what appeared to be a serious injury. The 24-year-old, who joined Liverpool from Arsenal in August, was carried off on a stretcher in the 18th minute after making a sliding tackle on Roma fullback Alexander Kolarov. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said the England international season looked to be over. However, the two late Roma goals will give the Italians, who came back from 4-1 down to beat Barcelona in the previous round, some hope of an upset in the return game next Wednesday. A pair of superbly taken goals from Salah against his former club gave Jurgen Klopp's side a 2-0 lead at halftime, and Liverpool simply ripped Roma apart after the break. A Sadio Mane goal and then two Roberto Firmino goals put Liverpool 5-0 up, and Klopp felt comfortable enough to take off Salah, who had been outstanding. Yet Edin Dzeko struck for the visitors in the 81st minute, and 4 minutes later Diego Perotti converted a penalty to generate some tension for the return in home.
That's all we have for you right now. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day.